Hi everybody, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to set up the job queue on NAV 2013. This can be used if you want to do some heavy processing, for example during the nighttime. So basically I've made two objects to demonstrate this. I've made a table, and if we just quickly run this table, I'll show you what it contains. Well, right now there's nothing in it. In fact, this table only has one field or one column, just called time. So if I then I've made another object, which is a code unit, and when I run this code unit, it will insert a record in this particular table. So if I run this again, you'll see that right now a record has been inserted. So if I go back to my code unit and click it a few times, run, then I just have to rerun the table. You'll see that it has inserted a number of records. So if we launch nav, I'll show you the job queue, and the job queue will input one record every minute. So I'll go here and write job queue and select my job queues, and if I start running this one, start job queue, and we go back to the table, run that one, we'll see the first entry here. And if we wait a minute or so, we should see the next one. So I'm just gonna wait a minute for you to see when the next entry appears. There we go. That was the next entry, and basically the job queue will insert one entry each minute now. So I'm going to show you how to make the table first, then I'm going to show you how to make the code unit and how you can test the code unit just by clicking it. And then as the last thing, and most importantly, I'll show you how to set up a job queue that does this for you every minute. So that's going to be this video. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is to make a new table. So let's go new, and the field we're gonna call time, and it should be of a data type just called time here. So that's about it for the table. So we'll save that one as 5011 time 2. Okay. And if we run that one, we should see just a, oh, wrong one. If we run our time 2 table here, we'll see just a blank one. So the next thing is to make a code unit that can input some simple records into this table. So we're gonna go to the code unit and make a new one, and just gonna put in the code. Got it down here. So basically what it says is that it says that the time records for the field time will have whatever the clock is right now, input it into this field, and then it inserts it. Well, we just need to set up a few variables to handle this. So I'm just going to compile it. And we need first to specify time records, and let's go to the object or the globals here, and we need one called time records, because it has to be the same as this, and it's a rec, and it should refer to our new table, which is somewhere in the bottom down here. Time 2, that was the one. Okay. And let's just compile this one again and see if we are missing anything. It seems like it's okay. Just for the record compile, you can do it from here. So let's save this code unit as, let's go with 50,011 as well. And time code 2. So we say okay. So we got a code unit now, time code 2, and if we run this, it should insert a record. So we've run it now, and let's go to our table over here, run that one, and well, it did in fact create an entry here. So let's just run that a few more times so we can see how it works. So code unit 2 here, run, and we go and refresh this one, and we'll see that it whenever this code unit is run, it inserts a record in this table. So the next thing is to make the job queue do this once every minute, and we'll need to go to our client, our RTC client. So we write job queue here. The first thing you need to do is to go into the job queue category list, because this is and set up a new category. This is the link between what is called the job queue and the job queue entries. So this is an important thing to remember. So we're just going to call this one time 2 cat for category, and leave the description for now. So then you can go and set up a job queue entry. So job queue entries are, you can link many job queue entries to one job queue. So we need to set up, and each job queue entry is responsible for performing a certain action. So if we go new here, we want this job queue entry to run our code unit, the one we just made, and we'll go down to somewhere down here and find our code unit. I believe this was the one. Okay, and description is yeah, whatever you want. Parameter, you don't need to use that. So job queue category, this is where we choose the one, the time 2 category we just made, and then we need to go to the recurrence tab. You need to set the recurrence, and just for the sake of it, I'll just click down all days of the week, and then we'll put the number of minutes between runs. We'll set that to 1. So this is going to be the one that determines that this particular entry is going to be run every minute, and eventually we'll put in a time record every minute. So up here we should be okay, So click OK. To this one, we need to go OK for this one. So we've got our time rake here. So click restart. We still need to set up. This is just the entry. So we still need to set up the job queue that runs this entry. So job queues. We're gonna make a new one here, and time queue like that. And here you see also the job queue category filter. So we need to attach the same one so that it's this is a way to link the job queue and the job queue entry. So that should actually be it. For this, there's some NAS settings down here. I'll get back to that in another video. But the job queue automatic processing and automation can easily be run without the NAS service or the NAS server. You can just log in as a user and start the job queue, and then it will just be switched on. So okay, and then we have to start it. Oh, sorry, it was this one, of course. So start it like that, and for every minute we should see in our table now that it's it inserts an entry. So let's run the table. See 1509. Well, 1509. I believe that was the first entry. So we'll just let that one stay for a minute or so, and hopefully we'll see the next entry in a little while. Not yet. Oh, it's still 1509. By the way, I can just show you while we wait for this one is that you got something on the job queue entries here. You have got, if we take this one, you got something called log entries, which is a really neat log that gives you the status of every time. It actually looks like, if we go and refresh the table now, we should see our new entry. Yep, there we go. So this is the way to configure the job queue so that it does something very simple at a given point in time.